Good morning. I am getting ready to go to like a craft fair, like knitting thrift kind of thing. Like they're gonna be selling like yarn and needles and knitting supplies and all the things. And I'm going with some friends from my knitting club, which is so fun. That community is such a great joy in my life if I could get my earring in. And it just feels so fun that we're taking some time this morning to go do something together outside of knitting club that like relates to knitting club. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, and I'm just really curious what the haul is gonna be like. I already can tell that I'm like fiending to like get there first, like get into stuff. But I'm really hoping to find some good yarn, maybe some more circular needles. If I could find a yarn winder, I can't remember the proper term for it right now, but like a skein winder, that'd be cool. And maybe some like yarn storage. Like I store everything now in my TV cabinet, which I'm gonna have a yarn haul coming up soon, so that'd be perfect to do after this. But it's in, all my yarn right now is in like my media cabinet under my TV, which is perfect, but like I'm starting to have so much yarn that it's starting to be a little bit of a problem. So I'm open to finding more yarn storage, so we'll see. Can't wait to bring you guys along and see what we find.
It's too good here. I'm having too much fun. I'm like forgetting to film because there's so much to see. I have 2 bags full of stuff. I'm gonna have to do a haul with you guys later. It's crazy here. We're back from the Embroiderers Guild of America's craft flea. It was fill a bag for $10, and there was all sorts of art projects, craft supplies, knitting supplies, art, like you name it, they had it. We had way too much fun. We got ice cream for lunch afterwards, which is amazing. I got lavender honey ice cream. Top tier. Okay, let's go over the haul. Bag number 1 of 3. So first of all, I got this bag, and I love it because it snaps closed. Clashes / matches with what I'm wearing, which is this aggressively tuliped dress and matching shirt. But I love that it's just like a big crafter's bag, and I'm gonna bring it to knitting club tonight. I picked up a bunch of things that they were like embroidery or hand stitching or whatever that I just thought would make beautiful art, and like putting this in a little frame I just think would be absolutely stunning. And it's obviously not finished, but I picked up a lot of pieces like that I just thought were really special and would make beautiful art or gifts or anything like that. Like this piece of embroidery work, what looks to me like pansies on it. Giant. I mean, this is gorgeous. You can't tell me putting this in a frame wouldn't be epic. I might do something else with it other than frame it. If you have any ideas, please let me know. But this is the bag. Oh, I got this one for my mom, actually. I just thought it was gorgeous. Even if you like put glass, like put it in a glass table as an insert, I don't know. Picked up a lot of things like that. It was fill a bag for $10. Can you blame me? This wreath is like a little wonky, but so gorgeous. I don't know, this to me looks like a garden bed. Okay, we got our first book. I did pick up a couple of books. This is amazing. Stitch and Bitch, The Knitter's Handbook. I mean, like, iconic. And someone spent $13.95 on this originally, and I got it with a bag of a whole bunch of other stuff for $10, so you can't tell me I didn't get my money's worth. When was this published? 2003. Little bag. So cute. Almost like could be reversible. Really cute liner. But you know, someone put this together and it's adorable. I think it'd be great storage for knitting supplies or just a nice little purse. These are printed like you could embroider them, but no one has embroidered them yet. And I just loved this child with the dog and the cat. Also a not done yet embroidery. But look at those colors. Picked up some of this green thread that I just thought was a gorgeous color. I don't have a project in mind for it yet, but I often pick things from my garden and dry them out and kind of wind them together with twine. So I figured it would also be pretty around some of the things I dry from my garden. Moving more firmly into the sewing category, I found this fabulous little pin cushion that someone handmade, and it had some needles in it still. And then I got some fabrics. I have not sewn in a long time, but I would say my first arts and craft love was sewing. So seeing some fabric made me really happy, and my friend Bridget, who was with us yesterday, is an incredible artist and used to teach sewing, so I've asked her if she would help me get back into it. So Bridget, if you're watching this, let's make a date to sew. You can hold brushes in it or needles, and I thought it'd even be pretty if you're traveling with makeup brushes. Like, how elegant is that? So now we're on to bag number 2, by the way. But there was some like vintage tins, February of 1926. And maybe that's just what's painted on it. You know, who knows if it's actually that old, but this is a Good Housekeeping tin. Oh, you know what? I think it is actually from 1926. There's a copyright from 1926 on the side. Ooh, genuine silk thread. Great find. Okay, keeping on the box theme, there was a bunch of vintagey 1992. I'm calling it vintage. That's like right near the year I was born. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna insult myself. Yeah, 1992, 1994. Let's see if there is one from the year I was born. 1991. No. None from the year I was born, but one from the year my brother was born? No. All the years in between when my brother and I were born. But I just think come Christmas time are gonna be really cute to wrap a gift and put it in these and give them out to friends. Watch out, friends. It's getting thoughtful this Christmas. I feel like I'm diving my head into treasures here. It's like Santa's sack. Some more thread. Again, I just thought good for winding stuff from my garden. A little sewing kit. Some more fabric, and this one is Christmas themed, and I just thought it was so cute. Themes on it, and it says cut out, like cut out the wreath and all of that. All right, and then I've got some more fabrics. Again, I think they'll be adorable to make little pouches and stuff with. Some random little threads. Okay, this is one of the things I'm most excited about. Wildflowers cut and use stencil kit. There were so many kits, which I was very excited about, and I love flowers, obviously. Birthday cards or holiday cards. Again, when was this published? 1992. This was published before I was born, which like feels like a privilege to be its owner now. This is another one, another stencil book. Okay, I've got one more bag, but I'm gonna get into the bigger objects first. This guy, beautiful wooden piece with like a metal attachment, and I think actually what I'm gonna do is line it with plastic and put some vining plants in it that can grow up, like mini plants. Probably my all-time favorite thing I got at the sale is this piece of art that has some 3D aspects to it. They were telling me what this technique is called, and now I can't remember. It's a gorgeous bearded iris, and bearded iris are some of my favorite flowers. And I know the theme of today has been, I'll make it an art piece, and I live in a small apartment. Obviously, I can't have all of these be art pieces, but I just think this is so special as an art piece, right? Like on a wall, in the frame it's in right now. I just think it's really special. Also, I got this giant basket, and this was one of those things that people kept coming up to me at the sale saying, oh, you got the basket, I'm so envious. Like, you know, you'd see other people walking around with stuff that you thought, oh, I wish I found that first, and that basket was definitely one of those. There was some ladies who were jealous, and I'm not mad about it. All right, guys, last bag, last but not least. This was an unfinished project and of someone's, and I didn't know what it's supposed to be. Like, is this oven mitts? I don't know, but I just liked the fabric so much. If you know what this is supposed to be, let me know. And then these are pockets. I thought I could always stitch this together and make it a little bag or something. I don't know, but I just thought it had so much potential, and I really liked the fabric. So give me your ideas below. Ooh, we got more unfinished needlepoint stuff. Giant butterflies. You can't tell me that's not really cool. It's pretty cool. You know where it's going? In my new basket. We got 2 more books. Knitting Languages by Margaret Heathman. When was it published? 1996. That's so cool. Knitting in Icelandic, knitting in Italian, knitting in Japanese. Oh, this is beautiful. Norwegian. It's going on the shelf. The next book was about short rows, something I really have not studied yet, and this is a more recent print, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, 2015, so it's 10 years old still, but can you believe that 2015 was 10 years ago? Yikes. There was a whole like package of circular knitting needles, so that was exciting. Loops and threads, brands, yarn. Again, it's you fill a bag for $10. I'm like, I'm gonna fill a bag. Or 3. This is so soft. I wish you could feel it. It has to be acrylic. Polyester. Very nice. Very soft. These just look great. They look like they've never been opened or used. Someone bought them for $10.50, and you know, I bought them for pennies on the dollar, and they will be well loved in my household. So excited about that. Oh, we're taking a detour back into fabric. Very cute. Very nice. Pink fabric. Back to yarn. Okay, this bright red, I think would make an incredible Sophie scarf. I know we talk about Sophie scarves a lot on my channel, and I am sorry, but I'm a stan. I'm a Sophie stan, okay? I love them. And then there was just like a Ziploc bag full of little balls. And again, just as someone who runs a knitting club, it's so helpful for me to have stuff like this on hand, because if we ever have new people coming, I want to make sure I have supplies I can share. If people want to come and they don't have any supplies, I don't know, you just gotta share. You gotta share with the homies. So, oh, this is a good one too. Oh, this is great. There was some like older yarn there that I wish I could, there was a year on this, but it's made in Italy. Oh, it's virgin wool. And look at that beautiful blue color. Great find. Another little bag of discards. I picked it up for this colored green. Okay, so lastly, I found another little bag. And much like the big bag I started with, it's like a nice, like snap close. And I just, like, hello? She's so cute. There was a bead table, and I got a little porcelain rose. How cute is that little flower? And then there was some handmade jewelry. The craftsmanship that was in that room is so mind-blowing. The decades of experience that these women have all together in one room as artists. And you know, you're not necessarily seeing all of their art. It's a kind of a rummage sale. But at the entranceway, they had a lot of their art displayed to kind of say, hey, if you want to be a member, this is what we do, this is what we're about. Again, it was a very well put together event. I'm very grateful I had the opportunity to go. Thank you for joining my haul today, my little tour of all my goodies, and let me know what kind of craft you're working on right now. I'm still working on a Sophie scarf, no one's shocked. It's knitting for olive merino held together with knitting for olive mohair in a poppy blue color. I'll show it to you in another video of what I'm working on, but it's coming out really beautifully, and I'm leading knitting club tonight, so I'm gonna bring that to knitting club, keep working on it there, bring some of my goodies to knitting club, and go enjoy my night. I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. Let me know what craft you're working on below, and join me in the next video for all things knitting, crafting, life coaching, and living your most brave and courageous life. All right, see you in the next one. Take care.